to just show you what we went through, what recommendations we made, answer any questions you might have. But before I start, can I just ask how many of you are from the Ozone Park area? And how many are from the Woodhaven area? Wow. I'm going to start off too. The first request I'm going to go through, I think, is a little less controversial. It's the recommendation to make 89th Avenue a one-way street.
You're mistaken on that.
And if whether you're for it or against it, I think going through how we got the request and the study we went through, and you know, whether or not the community wants it or not, that is your decision. One good thing about both of these proposals, neither one of these is mandated to improve or because it's a high accident location. So this can be voted up or down by the community. DOT is not going to implement this over the objections of the community. We only do that if it's a big safety problem. Neither of these two locations are accident-prone locations, so this is really up to a community vote. Okay, so that's good news for you. That street is 31 feet wide. Parking is permitted on both sides of the street, so that only leaves 17 feet for two-way traffic. Now, minimum standard is 9 foot for a travel lane. So this is below standard, and that does exist in other parts of the city. We did recommend converting it to an eastbound direction, and that is what will be voted on by the community board with your input for and against. Now, most of the letters I have received, and I have received many, have been against. But the proposal we received was not just an idea of DOT's. We get suggestions from one person, 10 people, 100 people. We investigate it. We go back to the community board, and the community board canvasses the community and takes a vote. So that is the process we've gone through. Okay? This is just a little bit bigger map of what I just described, in case you couldn't see it in the back. Okay?
It's wrong.
Why is it wrong?
92nd Street is southbound, not northbound.
Oh, I'm sorry. This is
So are we,
this
because
is
we
from
can't get into our block.
That's a major
If
problem.
you change that, we can't get into our block.
90. If we change 89th Avenue to eastbound,
Yes.
we are not making any changes west of Woodhaven.
Yes, you are.
No, we're not.
There is no left-hand turn.
I'm sorry.
There is no left-hand turn on 89th Avenue. If you're coming
Coming
southbound,
south.
yeah, you
Okay.
can't turn.
Okay.
We have to go all the way up to Jamaica Avenue, make a U-turn, come back on the service road to get into our block. The Google map and the DOT map is wrong.
Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, you're telling me I can't turn left here, right? Okay. So why? And today I can't.
One at a time.
Okay.
There we go.
Thank you. Okay, my name is Margaret Finnegan. I have lived in Woodhaven on the same block for 40 years. The direction has always been southbound from 89th Avenue. The Google map and the DOT map show that we're northbound. For us now to get into our block, if you're coming from the south, you have to turn on 91st Avenue, go up 96 past the school, make a left on 89th, and then across the boulevard. You can see on the map. This way, up, and across. When they change it, we will have to go all the way up and across. Or make an illegal turn up 91st Street from 91st Avenue, across one block, and then down our street. Now, the sanitation department does it. I don't have a big truck.
97. What is the sanitation department going to do? Have to go back to Jamaica Avenue in order to come down the other street? When you did your study, did you take into account the logistics of what transpires in that area to make the traffic flow smooth? I mean, the sanitation department isn't gonna be too happy if they have to go back to Jamaica Avenue every time while they have this has worked all these years and it's worked fine.
If I live on 96th Street and I can't get my truck out of my rented parking spot when the school's dropping off or picking up students, and if the traffic goes the other way, it's gonna put cars triple parked on 96th Street, where I'm gonna have to leave hours before the school opens just to get off the block so I can get out of my driveway.
Okay, so anyway, this is a picture of 89th Avenue. You do have parking on both sides of the street. This is, you know, obviously a very quiet time of day. DOT could absolutely not let people park in front of their own homes, which I don't think the homeowners. Okay.
That's not 91st, that's 89th.
I just said, this is 89th Avenue, and the suggestion was made to ban parking on one side of the street. As you can see, this is a pretty residential block, and there may be areas where there are garages, but there are also areas where there are homes. Okay. Let me go one person at a time. Go ahead.
If you applauded that, you're really gonna love this part. Now, if you take a look on the street, and you look at the cars down here, I know you've measured all this. I've driven down this all, many times. And you can see, I mean, there is plenty of room for two cars here. I mean, this is not, and like you said, this is not an accident-prone street. Now, the one area on the street that I think there is concern is nearer to the corner. And, just preventing parking just maybe 15 feet from the corner.
Our only way into the block is 89th Avenue. If we're coming from the park, coming south, if they make this change, our only way on would be from 94th Street. If we're coming from the south, it would be from Woodhaven Boulevard. If the tree falls, if there's an accident on 89th and 94th Street, there is no legal way for us to get onto our street. It happens a lot. It happens all the time.
During the hurricane, 2 trees fell on their block.
Let me just reiterate that this evening is not for you to convince me. Okay? I am presenting to you the circulation pattern and the process we went through. The for and against needs to be presented to your community board, who will vote for or against this conversion. Okay?